do it.
Hey everyone, welcome to Jackalope Tales BC. Woo! So we got the satchel. We would normally dig into this.
Right.
This has Toadies history all throughout.
Right.
But this that we're going to talk about didn't fit in the satchel.
Right. This is a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
And by the way, this is Charles Mooney.
Oh, I guess we do need introduction.
Yeah. And I'm Lisa Umbarger.
Yeah.
And on Wednesdays, we host a Jackalope Tales podcast. So
yes.
Jackalope Tales podcast, please find it on everywhere that you get your podcasts.
Yeah.
And this is some bonus fun stuff that we don't get to talk about on the podcast.
Right. Original Toady members. So we dig into the Toady paraphernalia.
Right.
And
put your weed in it.
Yeah. That's a lot of weed in that
so
satchel.
much weed.
But we're talking about this today. And this,
I don't remember who did the artwork, but it's nice.
I have not been able to find out who did the artwork for it.
I wish they had signed it.
Well, I remember because this show was in Houston.
Right.
And I always loved the name of the band we played with, REO Speed Dealer.
Right.
And
we played with them in Dallas too. They would come up to Dallas a lot.
Yeah. It was one of those things where we just kind of traded off.
Right.
And I think this may have been our first time down in Houston. And I remember getting to the club and seeing these hung up because I had to tear them off the wall. But that's when it was like, shit, that looks legit.
Right.
We just had our paper flyers.
Right. That we made at Kinko's.
Yeah. I know.
So
this was like on heavy paper.
Right.
But
these are legit screen printed posters.
Yeah. And boy, whenever we would do those long trips, long for us, it wasn't Dallas or Fort Worth.
Right.
But we would rent a van.
Yep.
And usually, because at that point in time, we were either going down to Houston or heading up to Tulsa or Oklahoma City.
Right.
Those were some
Austin.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Austin.
Yep.
And I always remember, I think I would usually drive because I don't know, I'm a control freak, but we would have to get the van back by the next morning.
Oh God. Right. Yeah. So it was like, go to the show, turn around, come right back.
Oh, and sometimes but that was when shows ended late.
Oh yeah.
Because I think with that drive, because Houston to DFW is like 5.5 hours.
Yep.
And we would be driving, and I remember the sun coming up a few times.
I remember that too.
Oh.
I remember one night I drove, so you must have lit up.
I did. I let you take the wheel. And I would never let Todd or Mark take the wheel.
And I had class the next morning, or I had to work. I can't remember. It was
it was probably class.
Yeah.
I think I had. Oh God.
And yeah, the sun was coming up, and we were hoping that we would get home by about 6 a.m.
Yeah.
Because wherever I had to be, I just remember it was like 8 a.m.
Oh, God.
And Todd was it you that had to help him get the van back?
Yes. Yeah.
So we had to go and unload our gear.
And
then
we would usually have parked in the Sound Warehouse parking lot.
Right.
Load our gear up and then drop the van off and just try to keep it as clean as possible so we wouldn't get charged for extra cleaning.
Exactly.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. The thing I remember about this show, too, was we got there, we did the sound check, and then the guy who had booked it for us took us out to dinner.
Right.
Ooh, it's pretty good when you get even a meal out of a show.
Wined and dined.
Yeah. And he was like, I know this great place. And it was Indian food.
Yes. Yes, it was. It was.
Which was really tasty.
It was so good.
Oh, it was that authentic. I think I remember it just kind of like being one of those hole in the walls.
Yep.
But they made the best food.
Yeah, it had some really good curry.
Yep. Oh, yeah. And I think mine was like a
Non-bread.
yellow curry
Yes.
dish. We all ate curry. And then we played the show.
Right.
Under hot lights.
Yep. And it's Houston. It's humid. We're sweating.
Oh, God. Yeah. And I just remember everything smelling like curry while we were up on stage.
It was so disgusting.
It was gross.
We all smelled like walk up.
It's one of those smells that just can cut through steel.
Yeah. And it doesn't smell as good as when you eat it. It's when it's excreted from your pores. So it tastes good and smells good when you're eating it, but when it comes out through the body, whatever filters it goes through, it makes it not good.
Oh, yeah.
Because you don't go, this smells delicious. I'm going to lick my arm.
And you know it's bad when you start realizing you can smell yourself.
Oh, yeah. No one wants that.
Because then it's like, yeah, this must be really bad. So there's no telling what the crowd thought of us smelling like curry while we're playing.
I feel like that was sabotage.
Yeah. But I remember Houston shows being really fun to play. And
yeah, we always had fun.
It was just fun to get away to go to a different venue.
Right.
And we got to experience some interesting stuff. But yeah, and then I remember even unloading all the stuff out of the van and then getting back in the van with Todd so we could take it to where we rented it. And the van smelled like curry.
Oh, God. Yeah, I remember you telling me that. Yeah, we all sat in our own filth.
And it's like, luckily, we're getting there early enough where you just put the keys in the drop box.
Right.
But it's like,
where they can't go, oh, you guys smell bad.
Because it kind of has that BO aspect to it. And it was where, we were just hoping we wouldn't get charged extra.
Was that the show that Mark's friend made marijuana brownies?
I think it was.
Okay. So the whole ride back was Mark was high because we were afraid to eat them
the whole time.
Yeah, we were afraid to eat them because we're like, I don't know. I gotta go to school next morning. This is
well, when you're a kid and it's even like the bake festival at school, my mom would always be like, do you know who made that cherry pie? Right. And I'd be like, no.
But she wasn't thinking, well, maybe they put some edibles in it. She was thinking maybe it was filthy.
Yeah.
Or they put a razor blade.
Yeah. Just that it wasn't cooked
right
according to her.
Did Mark Resnicek make those brownies? Don't eat them.
Yeah.
Last time your dad and I were super high.
Oh, God.
Yeah. No, so he had a little pan of brownies and none of us ate them.
Right. Oh, no.
Mark ate them all.
Oh, God.
And so that whole trip was 5.5, 6 hours.
Yeah.
Mark was awake in the back of the van and he did the history of punk rock. Do you remember?
Oh.
He talked for 5.5 hours solid.
Oh, my God. I mean, which is great for staying awake.
Right. And he did from the beginning to the end of punk rock, and he had dates. And I mean, how did he remember all of that?
He was an
crap?
Encyclopedia of
He
that.
totally. I know he still is, but I wish that we could have recorded that because I was sitting there going, how the fuck does he remember all these dates and names? And
I mean, he had the timeline down
right
from the very early time.
It's like he planned it. So his, I mean, did he read this and then he was like Rain Manning the book,
or
like
this
it's something
drug
he read?
Just expanded that part of his brain.
And maybe he was pulling it from the universe and downloading it through his drug-addled mind. But the history of punk rock was one of my favorite band trips ever.
You're right. I do remember that because, yeah, I think you drove on this one too, but it was perfect. You
Right.
just let him go.
Right. And Todd didn't know any of the bands that we were talking about.
Yeah. And I
Until
think
we
he
got
would
to, like,
talk
Talking
and then
Heads.
take a bite of brownie
God,
and then just talk.
how can you
and
eat a whole pan of brownies?
if anyone could, Mark could.
He had a friend with him. I think his friend ate one.
Oh, God.
But he ate the rest of them.
Oh, and it was a
good sheet
8x8 pan
Yes.
or something. Yeah.
of brownies.
I know.
Holy shit.
There's no telling what history we would have brought up if we had some of those.
Mine would have been, I'm cold and frightened. It would have been like that. And the whole time I would just the whole time go, I'm cold and frightened.
I can't drive.
Right.
Oh.
Well, you never know. Maybe I could have downloaded that punk rock history from the universe too. Maybe I shut down something
really
awesome.
Yeah.
I could have talked about television for at least 45 minutes about the American punk rock and how it was starting. I can't even remember where he started, but it was somewhere.
Oh,
it was in the States.
Was it the Stooges? Or Ramones time? Or even before that. It may have been MC5.
It was before because I was like, holy fuck, I wasn't even associating them with this. But you're right, that's how it started.
I think it was.
We
need to bake him some brownies and get him to
get him on the podcast. I know.
Oh,
just put the mic in front of him and go, okay, start. 5.5 hours,
eat
history of punk rock.
Start talking.
It's going to be more than one.
Oh, no.
Maybe
it'd be
we'll
a
eat
pan.
brownies with him and we'll remember.
Yes, we'll tap into it.
Right. We can, if we listen, maybe we'll remember.
Yeah. Or you and I will just recluse and then he'll just keep talking and we'll sit there and just.
I know. What is he talking about? Why is his face melting? Why does he look like Jesus?
So he really made that trip a fun one.
Right. We had a lot of fun trips, and that one was one of the most memorable ones.
Oh, yeah. Another one I remember when we were driving in the cold and it started snowing. I think it was on the way to Oklahoma. And and there was no one on the road, and I missed the exit and started sliding.
I remember that one. That was scary.
Backed up on the highway.
Yes.
To get through the exit.
Were we playing with the chainsaw kittens on that one?
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember the chainsaw. So anyone.
You've had a brownie.
I know.
Oh, my God.
So anyone who has not heard the chainsaw kittens, they're from Oklahoma. Please fucking check out the chainsaw kittens. They're awesome.
Oh, God. Are they still playing?
I don't know, but you can still find their music, right?
Oh, yeah. No, they are on Spotify. They were fun.
Oh, my God. Tyson Singer, right?
I think so. I think it was.
Oh, look at me and my memory expanding.
Wow.
Oh, it's like I had a lucid moment.
You're having a Mark moment.
Right.
God, way to tap.
I'm proud of myself. But yeah, that was
good.
That was scary, and I'm so glad that you drove because I did not want to that time.
No. Well, and I don't think it was snowing until we got closer there.
Right.
So, because otherwise I would have been like,
yeah,
I'm going to get a note from my mom that that we can't make this trip. So, yeah, fun times.
But, it was so good.
Yeah. Neat to reminisce, go through our little satchel.
Yeah. If you guys have any questions about some of this stuff we're talking about,
or maybe you remember something.
Oh my God. Yeah. Anything to add?
Oh.
Because if you were at this Houston show and you remember us smelling like curry, we apologize, but let's make it official. You should hit us up.
Yeah. Tell us more about it. Right? How bad we were.
Or if you want to talk about the other restaurant we ate at in Houston, House of Pies.
Oh,
do you remember House of Pies?
Oh, I do. Oh my God.
Yeah, if anyone wants to do House of Pies, Houston talk, and if is it still there?
It could be. It's a classic place.
Oh man, we need to look that up.
Oh, I know.
Maybe we should make a pilgrimage, House of Pies pilgrimage.
Oh, hell yeah!
Oh my God, yes. It's got to be like late or early in the morning.
Hopefully they're still open.
I hope they are.
I bet they are.
So any Houstonites, let us know about House of Pies.
Yeah, let us know if it's still there and we'll come down.
Oh my God.
Have a slice
breakfast
of pie
with
and-
jackalope
Oh
tails,
my God.
but late night break, 3
Oh,
o'clock,
yeah.
3 in the morning
Yeah,
breakfast.
for dinner with jackalope.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, let's do it, Houston. Come on, man. Help us out.
Please do. But yeah, definitely. We're going to be putting these out every Monday. So stay tuned. We've got other things planned. So
any suggestions, any questions, like we said before, let us know.
Yeah.
And
like, subscribe, rate, leave us reviews. Oh my God.
And on Wednesday, check out Jackalope Tales podcast.
Yes.
New episode every Wednesday.
It's like 3 hours longer than this one.
So much longer.
We eat brownies
That's what she
before
said.
we do it.
Right.
Oh. I go brownies and you go sexual.
It all goes together.
It works. All right. See you next time.
Thanks, everybody.